So no introduction is needed. These are going to be some random thoughts that I'm having. Alright, and the name of this video is going to be The Coldest Unnoticed. Coldest Unnoticed. And if we think about what that means, when I say cold, I'm not talking about temperature-wise, right? Some Midwest slang. Whenever we used to say a female was cold, oh, she the coldest. It's basically saying a female that's beautiful, all-encompassing. She has everything that a man could want. When a car pulls up, and we say, oh, that mug is cold. It's the coldest car I've seen. It's the coldest whip. Yeah, it's all-encompassing. It's a whip that embodies luxury, performance, elegance, style, and it's something that you would want to drive, right? So when I say the coldest unnoticed, I'm talking about my mentality, right? And let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So to be the coldest, in my opinion, as a man, you're all-encompassing. You look good. You have a healthy, strong mind, body, spirit. You're both, so to speak. You have both worlds in your possession. You're smart. You have a career. You're professional. You make good money. Right? But on the other side, you have street savvy about you. You know how to defend yourself. You can be anywhere amongst any people, and you're still going to be able to flourish and stake your claim, stand your ground. Right? You can walk into a room and your presence is felt. You can talk to a woman and she's going to be captivated, right? And when I say coldest unnoticed, I'm talking about shadow work. You know? To be the coldest unnoticed, you may be able to do just like myself, who gets up early on a Saturday. You don't got to work, for example. You hit the gym, take care of your business. You know, you might listen to a podcast about finance or some type of self-improvement as you make a healthy breakfast. Opening up the toast and getting creative, throwing some cinnamon on it or whatnot. Cutting up your fruits, right? You might have a bowl of cereal where you cut up some bananas and put them in there. Like, we're talking about healthy lifestyle on my channel. Right? You shower up, you get changed, you got a nice outfit laid out, ironed up. And it's not to go out to get attention or be seen, it's for yourself. Right? Kevin Samuels talked about this a little bit when he mentioned Super Saturdays. I totally resonated with that, even though I'm not a dude who's about to go on the suit for no reason at all. But I do understand the sentiment or the direction he was going when he mentioned that. Because I do similar things, just not maybe to the same degree. Suit, tie, and all of this. But I might throw on a button down, or button up, however you want to say it, with some nice khakis and a pair of J's, for example, and all of it goes together, nice ensemble, matching watch. And my aim is to go out and handle my affairs, but be under the radar, right? To be the coldest unnoticed. To be the dude that's fly as hell that women wish they could come in contact with, but in my case, I got my women already, right? And I know that the way that I carry myself out in public is not only a representation of me, but it's more than just me. It's my race, it's my ancestors, it's all Americans in the context of me being in the Middle East or in Germany where I lived since 2010, right? And then also my spouse. I'm a representation or an extension of her. So how I conduct myself out in the public reflects her choice in me as a partner. You see what I'm saying? So be the coldest unnoticed is the underlying need. You don't need to go out here to try to be seen. You don't need to, focus on socializing and being out in the spotlight. There's something beautiful about being the coldest unnoticed. It's like the diamond in the rough that is undiscovered. The blood diamond that's hidden underneath the rock and wrapped in a bandana. I'd rather be that instead of being the one that's exposed in a world where we're just constantly being bombarded with social media and technology and notifications and all these things that make you feel the need to jump and be seen and be out. Why not be the coldest unnoticed? Be that dude that women wish they could see more often. That there were more of you out there, more replicas that they would have a chance to talk to, that they only get a glimpse at in traffic or when you're walking from here to there to handle your affairs. A group of girls that sit in the car and see, who is that, right? Be the coldest unnoticed, not the one that shows up in the club every week, not the one that's always in everybody's face trying to get attention, not the one who's constantly trying to post on social media. Be the one that's doing the shadow work, beneath the surface, undiscovered, but still increasing your value so that when you do emerge, when you do pop up in the spotlight, it begs the question, dang, what has he been up to? Dang, what's his secret? Damn, what kind of routine you on? Like that's where I'm at with it. Being the coldest unnoticed, got people asking what's my diet. Got people asking what's my workout regimen. When do I go to the gym? And then they're hoping that it would be a time that they would prefer so that they can bump into me and we can work out together. But it's Midnight Marauder series, I'm over here driving to work, dumb early in the morning, nobody on the road, just me and this recording that I'm leaving for y'all. And when I tell you to be the coldest unnoticed, back to the gym, it's like I'm gonna name a time that this dude is never gonna feel comfortable waking up at. I always think of Kobe and how Chris Bosh was basically, I think, at some award ceremony, and he was talking about how when he became a rookie on Kobe's team, like he wanted to be the first up. I think it was when they were all on the same USA squad, playing on defending the title in the Olympics or whatever. And Chris Bosh was a young guy who got elected to be on the team, and his aim was to show his leadership, to show his initiative while waking up early and being the first one, let's say, down in the gym. But what happened when he got there? Kobe was already there, covered in sweat with ice packs on his knees, meaning that he was already up, working out, lifting weights, handling business before anybody even thought to wake up. And that's where I'm at with it. And the guy asked me, what's your workout routine? I know he's asking me so that he can figure out what time I work out, so he can pop up and be relatable to me, and maybe we can do our sets together. But nah, I'm the coldest unnoticed, dog. When you sleep, that's when I'm up. When you yawning and hitting snooze, I'm already done with my yoga session. When you rolling out of bed and maybe not even making it, I'm already, 2 sets in. And when y'all are going downstairs to get your Red Bulls and get all this stuff to wake yourself up in the morning, I'm showering, changing, and grabbing a big-ass bag of fruit, cucumbers, carrots included, of all the stuff that I sliced up last night and put inside of a bag for this morning. See what I'm saying? So it's like, be the coldest unnoticed. In a world where everybody is so distracted, be the one who's focused. Where everyone's looking for the next high, the next meme, the next post, the next stand-up comedy series, the next, whatever the fuck. Be the dude who's focused on something, who has some type of dream that he's grinding for, piece by piece. Slow and steady wins the race. Like the tortoise and the hare. When I read that as a kid, it immediately struck me as something that's gold, because the underlying theme is be the one who's consistently going for something, not the one who just relies on speed or talent or connections or cronyism or whatever the hell it is, where you think you have an advantage. You have an advantage, but you guys already heard the mantra or the saying, the motto. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Be the guy who's consistent, who doesn't need to be seen. There's something special about that, especially now. It's just like, throwing my wife into the mix real quick. Like, she's becoming more and more sexy to me because she's nothing like what the women follow as trend. Like, so many women follow trends, and my wife has always been against them. She's more timeless. So she's so sexy to me to the fact that she has no tattoos and doesn't even want to get any either. Meanwhile, it's like every girl you see now trying to get a sleeve, doing this, doing that. Like, I'm happy that she doesn't do that. Every other girl is getting Botox on her head and her face, this, that. My wife ain't getting the Botox, right? So it makes her sexy. Where every chick is, trying to dress all fancy and, put on Louis Vuitton, this and that. Like, my wife will go shop around and get a Guess purse, get a Valentino purse. Like, and she's cool to use that motherfucker for like 3-4 years. There's something sexy about that. All the other women over here thinking that they can take a shortcut, go get a certain read, this and that. My wife just dances and keeps her body tight. So it's like, be the coldest unnoticed. Even in her case, I'm all the way in Croatia, all the way back in Germany. It's not about her, thirsting to be out and get attention, thirsting to go to the club and be seen by other niggas. It's more that you are what you attract, right? And what you do not attract, you are not. So if I'm the coldest unnoticed and I'm out here plugging away, I know I'm a handsome dude. I don't need to be out in the public trying to get some chicks to look at me. I'm a diamond underneath the soil. So I'm upping my value away from the public eye. And my wife, by default, is going to do the same. As a man, you set the precedent. And your woman will follow it. It's nature. She will follow it. You're disciplined, you over here plugging away, and you have big plans for your future. And she sees you getting up, being dedicated to your mission. Of course, she'll fall in alignment with everything that you have going for yourself. Of course. But you have to be a leader in order for her to, let's say, submit to that path where she follows you and trusting your ability to make things happen. How do you do that? By being the coldest unnoticed. Off of the scene, but plugging away on your dream. Not always trying to hang out and kick it and waste time. Your time is the most valuable resource, and it's the one thing that all of us are collectively losing that we'll never be able to get back. Past is over with. Can't do anything to change it. The future is a mystery. We don't know what's coming down the pipe. And then the only time is really now. It's funny when you study quantum mechanics and quantum physics and you start to understand certain things about science that have unraveled our concept of reality, how we see it. The person that puts it off until next year, that puts it off until next month, that puts it off until next week or whatever. But when you study quantum mechanics and quantum physics and things of the like, you start to understand that there is only one eternal now. There's an ether that gives life and energy and consciousness to everything that is in this realm. The world is literally, for all intents and purposes, matrix. What you speak out reflects back to you. What you get up and do through action creates velocity. And it allows the universe to bless you for whatever you're wanting, because there is no action that basically every action equals an opposite. There's an opposite equal reaction. Excuse me for messing up my words, but every time you put something forward, the universe is looking to meet you halfway. So be the coldest unnoticed, the dude that's off of the scene, plugging away on his goals, that's making himself more handsome, that's getting a haircut on a Thursday night. But it's not to go out and stunt on the weekend. It's just to be fresh. So that anytime somebody catches you off guard, walks up on you, sees you in the grocery store, maybe you crossing the street and they're parking their vehicle and they look over and scream your name, you can walk up with confidence as you shake their hand firmly, knowing that you've been on your mission, that you've been disciplined. But you know you look fresh. You know you got your beard all lined up. Or if you like me, every 2 weeks or so I shave everything off. coming in with a clean cut, clean shaved face, shoes scrubbed off, you know what I mean? Outfit ironed up. It ain't about what watch you wear. Does the motherfucker match your outfit? It ain't about the name brand, this or that you have on. Does it fit you well? Is your body on point? Where no matter what you wear, it almost looks like it ups the value of that brand? Be the coldest unnoticed. If you got a woman, treat your woman with respect. Be the dude that she lusts after. Be the dude that other women wish they could have. Be the dude that women have their man, but they wish their man was more like you. Like, be him. What do they call him? Himothy? Be Himothy. Himothy is the coldest unnoticed. Be the dude that inspires other dudes to get their shit together. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's all I got for you on this one. Be the coldest unnoticed.